Okay, before I start anything, I have to say that I'm undercover and my name won't appear anywhere, okay? It's between you and me, and this proves it.
I have to smile, I have to show, I have to be nice all the time. I have to say hello baby, I have to wake up every day. I have to write, I have to shout, I have to play records all night. I'm in the loop, I am the loop. I have to make up, dress up, show up.
So I would say that your music, and especially like how it looks like, it's really personally you, because you draw all the things yourself. And I mean, we know each other for quite a while, and it seems that also the drawing has evolved and that it got bigger and like a bigger and bigger issue for you, didn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, since when are you doing it, by the way?
Since I grew up with my grandfather being a cartoon drawer. Mm-hmm. So I suppose he had a big influence on me, and I think drawing is a great language, because when you don't know how to explain something, you the way you describe it, you can also draw it, like Pictionary or things like that is very good. It's like my singing, I don't want to have a technique, I don't care about drawing nicely or good.
I did this Mitzi's World for like a magazine, like for a long time, 2 years or so. Mm-hmm. And I did monthly issues, and it was always photographs and like personal stories that happened to me. And it was also on my journeys while I was going to play somewhere as a DJ. But like DJing never took place in the stories. Actually, I don't know, I didn't feel like it. It was more about traveling and watching things and changing places and being on a trip all the time.
The best moment in life as an artist is when you create the thing. So my dream, like a lot of people, would be just to produce things like books, drawings, I don't know, music, lyrics, and that I would be left alone after that.
If you're starting something, like actually the starting point has also some part of a frustration, you know, that you think there's some way missing of doing things, you know, and you should start like, and you're kind of tired to be responsible for starting something again.
Yeah. So you are tired already
before you even start. I feel like the most introverted at that point. I mean, if you're playing records and it's a good night, and I feel totally alone.
But that's why you are doing a good job, because you're focused. I think, and that's what people don't really get. That they think that we do it like we drink a cup of tea. They think that it's super easy and that we can talk, we can play baseball while we are playing records.
And take jackets and give away bags.
And do a salto and just be like, yeah, right.
You know, like this.
And they get really upset when you don't react to them positively.
Just short after your album came out, there was this, I don't know, there's some British magazine about music industry. I don't know the name actually. I saw it in the office, and it had Miss Kittin on the cover and saying that you were the first having like a contract with the major industry that gives you as an artist total freedom, and that yet you can decide over your image and how things will come out.
I think the first ones were Daft Punk, to be honest. The first ones I know. But I think it's because today the big major industry is lost. They don't know what to do. They try to make stars through television, and it works for a while, but not on a long-term basis. And they need long-term artists. You cannot create them You know, it's very difficult. So they have no other possibility right now than picking in the underground talents who needs freedom to develop themselves and become long-term artists.
I think actually that in the days that we find ourselves in now, that you have this dilemma of deciding whether to stay underground or to go to a major doesn't exist in this form anymore.
I actually meet a lot of people so-called from the underground who are the first ones to judge you for having success, for driving this car, for living there, for blah blah blah, while they are just envy in a way the way you deal with your life. And these same people would be the first ones to take decisions that would absolutely drive me crazy and things I would never do. Like, they are the first ones to complain about money when it's about playing in a small venue and supporting a cause.
I just can't get enough.
Should we talk about some music, perhaps, once in a while?
I'd like to control my studio. I'd like to be able to make the sound that I have in my head. And I'm a beginner, and I'm very impatient, so I freak out a lot. But I don't give up.
If you're working alone in a studio, no matter what it would be, like producing in a digital way something, may it be any media, it's always a big research to find ways of how to get it the way you want it. And it's always
life.
about, yeah, of course, for like media creation in some way, I really like the parts that are cooperative, you know, that you can talk about things, that you can find ways together with people to express, because this working alone thing, and I don't know,
put your ego on the side as well.
Et on se prend la main, et on se prend la main. Une fille au masculin, un garçon au féminin.
Actually, I did this online psychic test, and it said that I'm like in my this is really personal, but I think it's really funny. It said that I'm slightly still a manipulative child, you know? So that means you're always trying to talk to people in a way to making them do things that they perhaps didn't want to do, but not against their will, you know?
That's great.
Yeah, I think so too. Probably you have the same thing then.
Yeah, I know I have it.
Yeah.
Like when I started to work with the hacker, he was ashamed of his love for the 80s, and I was like, fuck, who cares, you know? Just make stupid melodies and I will sing stupid lyrics and we'll have fun. And we never thought it would work, you know. That's the thing, because this way you can push people to do things they thought they were not able to do. And that's exactly what I'm looking for when I work with people, and I expect to feel the same. I expect that they
Getting
are
the
gonna
best out or so.
or make me go out of my limits.